Justin Brayton, unsure of racing Daytona Supercross. SM Action Gas releases its 2021 team lineup. And Coldenhoff talks about his first race on Monster Energy Yamaha. All of this and much more coming up on today's Moto News. Muck-Off Honda's Justin Brayton is still unsure of racing this weekend at Daytona Supercross. This comes after a rough practice crash a few weeks back that caused him to have sore ribs and struggling to breathe. Due to this crash, he ended up sitting out Orlando 2 and is still unsure of racing Daytona. Brayton said in a statement today, "Can't wait to get back to it. Gonna try and ride this week. Chest and ribs are still really sore when I do certain movements, but hoping it's not too bad on the bike." Brayton currently sits 12th position in the points after a couple rough rides, but is still a lead contender in the Monster Energy Supercross Championship this year. We hope he's back racing this weekend and would love to see him back at Daytona, but if he's not feeling good and is still sore, it's probably best for him just to sit out and do what he needs to do to get back being healthy. Second story of the day, SM Action Gas Team Yuasa battery has announced their 2021 MX2 and EMX 250 rider lineup. This team is well known in the MXGP community as they have had many years of experience in the FIM Motocross World Championship. Their team lineup consists of Alberto Ferrato on the number 303 and Andrea Adamo on the number 80 for the MX2 class. They've also signed one EMX 250 class rider, and that will be Kevin Horgmo on the number 24. We look forward to seeing these guys compete, as this team is often a very competitive team, and we can't wait to see how well they do with the bike change, as they used to be on Yamaha, and this year they have switched to Gas. The final story today we have in Moto News is Glenn Coldenhoff after his first race on his Monster Energy Yamaha. Although this isn't a world championship race he was competing in, he still competed against fellow world championship racers like Jorge Prado, Ivo Monticelli, and others of those caliber. Coldenhoff looked very competitive, looking at the race times and such. He ended up finishing second place in the first moto and third in the second moto. So, obviously very competitive on the Yamaha, and he looks to be adapting very quickly considering he has a lot of new changes. I mean, he was on standing construct KTM for a few years, and then standing construct gas last year, so he's obviously very used to that bike. And for only being trained on his Yamaha for a couple months now, he seems to be adapting very well, and he looked competitive against his normal rivals, so we can't wait to see him compete in his first MXGP race, because that's where it will really set the tone of how well he will be on the factory Yamaha team. That's all the news we have today. Thank you for watching Moto News on the Motocross Network. Please consider subscribing. It'll really help us out. We release motocross videos on the regular. Please go follow us on Instagram, Twitter, wherever you get your social media content. Consider purchasing our very first magazine that is up on our website, themotocrossnetwork.com. And if you don't want to buy a magazine, buy some merch. We've got some really good looking merch up there too. So if you'd like to support us, please go there and support us in any way you can. Thank you very much.